Well, now to the latest on the election interference case against Mr. Trump. Today, a judge dropped 2 more charges against the former president, and in less than 12 hours, Georgia state lawmakers are set to hold a hearing looking to question Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis about the case. But she likely won't show up. 11 Alive's Joe Ripley with our 11 Alive political team joining us live from the state capitol, where that hearing is set to start at 10 in the morning. And Joe, this comes amid efforts to take Willis off the case completely.
That's right. And this Georgia State Senate subcommittee hearing wants to hear from Fulton DA Fani Willis, first on the election interference case here in Georgia, along with her relationship with one-time special prosecutor Nathan Wade. Willis is trying to block this committee's hearing subpoena, but nearly half a dozen judges have recused themselves already, citing conflicts of interest or potential conflicts of interest. Meantime, this is only bogging down Georgia's election interference case. Judge Scott McAfee dropped 2 more criminal charges against former President Donald Trump. Count 15, which accuses him of conspiring to file a fake certificate of votes, and Count 27, which deals with filing false statements about voters. The judge said state prosecutors didn't have the authority to bring charges dealing with federal court matters. Judge McAfee previously dropped 3 other charges against Mr. Trump, all tied to allegedly petitioning Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger and the late State House Speaker David Ralston to alter or decertify the 2020 election. Mr. Trump's counsel, Steve Sadow, responded to the dropped charges, saying, quote, President Trump and his legal team in Georgia have prevailed once again. The trial court has decided these counts must be quashed, dismissed.
Every time that a defendant gets a charge dismissed against them, it's definitely a win for the defense.
I spoke with John Acevedo, the associate dean at Emory Law School. He says time and taxpayer money are stalling the election interference case.
It was always going to be a hard case to prosecute, and it's just getting even harder. Really now, Fani Willis is going to have to decide, is it worth the effort that it's going to take to continue with these charges?
A state Senate subcommittee called the hearing requesting Willis to testify to her relationship with the one-time special prosecutor over the Trump case. But it's likely Willis will not attend.
Legally, no effect whatsoever. In the court of public opinion, it may do her some damage.
As for Mr. Trump, his Georgia case remains stalled, as does the D.C. January 6 case, tied up over arguments of presidential immunity. A judge dismissed the Florida classified documents case altogether, and a New York jury convicted the former president of falsifying business documents, with sentencing coming after the November election. And tonight we have reached out to the Fulton County DA's office for comment on the potential no-show for Fani Willis here at this state Senate subcommittee hearing. In fact, she's been advertised at a Congressional Black Caucus event in Washington, D.C. We also reached out to the DA's office for comment on news of these charges for former President Trump being dropped. We have not heard back. We're live in Atlanta. Joe Ripley, 11 Alive News.
All right, Joe, thank you.